All right. There are probably 1,000 of these videos uploaded to YouTube or any other uploading platform. There are probably thousands of ways to think of this and comprehend it, which I've been going through a lot of them. But this is a truly jaw dropping moment in NBA history. Now, I was spending my Saturday night watching the Royal Rumble, had a jaw dropping ending there, and it carried over the next 30 minutes when you get breaking news that Luka Doncic was traded for Anthony freaking Davis. And you don't really know how to comprehend it. Now, I'll tell you my live reaction. I've been spending hours talking to several people about this because, you're trying to gauge what they think and, you're just trying to get, comprehend it. And it'll be a while, I think, until, we see them actually on the court playing and, oh, damn, this is real. It's going to be difficult to comprehend it. And this is going to be a discussion. Also, NBA ratings talk. I'm not going to say this is an easy fix, but the ratings are definitely going up after this. If we're just, that's to be honest. February 25th, I did look up Lakers Mavericks play. April 9th as well, but that's towards the end of the season. They might not. February 25th. Regardless, I just got done watching the Royal Rumble. I was talking to somebody, and I looked down at my phone, and I saw breaking in all caps. I'm like, let's get some trades done. And I saw it say Luka Doncic, and I'm like, I guess this means he's coming back. I guess this is right on track. And then I saw Anthony Davis' name. I'm like, is he coming? And then I start trading, and I was like, are you serious? And I did jump up, high-pitched voice, and said, oh my God, Luka's getting traded. And I didn't know to where for it. I had to read it back for Anthony Davis, and I did not know if that was going to be the complete trade and whatnot. And everyone at first thought it was a fake and it was a hack because we didn't have 100% confirmation. More and more people started joining and started talking about this. And then we started getting confirmation. I, even myself, turned it on to ESPN. And normally when a trade happens or breaking news happens, they got that little ticker down at the bottom to go off. And I waited and waited and waited. And it never went off. Instead, it showed it on SportsCenter, the trade. I'm like, I guess so. And again, it's weird to think about. So, initially, I like it for the Mavericks a little bit. I'm not completely doom and gloom. I know a lot of people, because I'm now listening, again, I'm comprehending a lot of thoughts here, but a lot of people are like, you should have got this, you should have got so-and-so, you should have got so-and-so. And the main takeaway is the Mavericks have not really liked how Luka has been health-wise and treating his body-wise, and then everybody's like, what, AD? And they're like, they think it's head-scratching. And again, I understand it. I am in the field, and this is just, if Luka wanted to leave, and he doesn't have that chance this year, would have been next year. If he wanted to leave after everything we've done, and he has done, and you saw the guy that was here before him, Dirk Nowitzki, continuously stayed, and they kind of got they had a similar career path. That's now, again, thrown out the window. But if he wanted to leave, I freaking would have let him and then handled it there. Where now, you at least have Anthony Davis to rely on. And I like AD. I think I'm going to like him slightly more now that he's not with the Lakers. It will be, again, an interesting fit. He is also getting his wish, because not only is he getting to play next to one good center, he's going to play with two good centers in Gafford and Lively. Also, Lively stock is going through the roof because he's the youngest player on the Mavericks now and probably their guy for the next 10 years. Next 5. Let's just say next 5 years. But I think team-wise, you got Kyrie Irving back at point guard. You got Clay and Quentin Grimes. I like both, but for the sense of winning a championship, you'd probably rely on Clay. Najee Marshall has been good defensively. AD, Gafford, off the bench, P.J. Washington, Lively. There's several other things. I do think there's probably a chance that you don't necessarily need P.J. Washington as much because you got AD as your power forward. But also, again, there's lots of different ways to look at it, think of it. This team deadass just went to the finals. Like, and I, again, constantly, I'm not going to say constantly, but I thought the Mavericks were just going to coast. They don't necessarily care about the regular season that much. Get us to the playoffs, and we're going to ball there. And if you look at their resume under the Luka time period, it's been competitive-ass series with Luka carrying teams for some good teams and some bad teams. And again, the main thing, they just made the finals. Just made the finals. And it just makes it way worse because the other team, the other West team that was in the conference finals, completely ruined everything by trading away Karl Anthony Towns and not finding a suitable replacement. So I would imagine we're getting a different conference finals this year. But who freaking knows? Who knows? I will admit that AD back at power forward is intriguing. He is playing with Kyrie. Maybe trade PJ Washington, like I said. We will see. But I don't think I would have had the balls to trade Luka. There's several ways to look at it. I wouldn't have done it. And there's also I think there's a higher chance of this failing than not. For Luka and the Lakers, though, at first I was thinking this is a very good farewell tour for LeBron because I personally think LeBron's going to play this year and retire next year, year 23, make it a big deal, pass the torch to Luka. For the Lakers, they're fine with that because now they have their guy. Good for them. Good for them. Is it? I'll think about it later, but this team right now sucks. They don't have a center. They're going to have to trade for a center. There's a high chance that Jonas Valanciunas is on this team. Maybe Vucevic, but even then, I would prefer they get a defensive center, so that's why I said Valanciunas over Vucevic, but they don't have a center. I don't think that Luka and LeBron will have fun highlights, but for them to win will be a bit difficult. For LeBron to comprehend this and trade his guy, which you don't really know what his and AD's relationship is, but they've been together for so long, you would imagine, again, it's still his guy, and it came out of nowhere. If we had to talk about a LeBron trade this week, I don't think we could complain about the NBA the rest of the year, unless you're a Mavs fan, I guess. Because I think a Lakers fan would complain if they lost LeBron, but they've got Luka, I think if you're a Mavs fan, you can complain a little bit. But regardless, I just don't really like the fit. I do like the idea of it being the farewell tour. LeBron passed the torch to Luka, then you go into the Luka era after that, and you find him a star to play with, and it's LA. And I came up with this, but it's LA. They always find a way to get that second guy. Him and Reeves together does sound intriguing. I know a certain portion of the fan base wouldn't enjoy that, but it will be intriguing as hell. I do think that both sides, I think we're getting a lot now of we're not really worried about the future. So, almost every trade is like, we're not really worried about the future. We're worried about the right now, and when the future happens, we'll worry about it. Like I said, like the Knicks this past offseason, they're worried about the right now. They're not really worried about the future because they gave up all their draft picks. They're not guaranteed to have all their guys on their team then, and then you don't really know what you're doing. We're at the side of the Timberwolves. They were worried about now and the future because they got rid of Towns because they wanted to save money, and they felt that Randall could help them now. Obviously, that didn't really work. Another thought process, and I've consistently had this thought process, there might be a time period where this change, and this is a great chance for it to change now. It's going to be very difficult for either side to win a championship this year. Because I just think that making a move so big takes time to prepare and to get ready for it. Again, especially for the case of the Lakers, they don't really got a center. Or at the Mavericks, again, you did just make the finals. That's a good case. The guy that was the conference finals MVP and the main guy of the team's not there anymore, but it's not impossible. You got two former finals players in AD and Kyrie, and Clay, three. It's weird as hell. It is weird as hell. Interesting ass trade week. Our start. We got a lot more, hopefully. I'm going to knock on wood. There's lots of ways I could have dwelled into this. I will admit, so the main sentence I will say is like, At first, I liked it for the Mavericks. I like the team. I like the construction of the team, and there's still a chance to change it. But personally, I wouldn't have done it. I don't really know that many people that would have done this as well. And I do like the idea of AD being back at power forward. We can finally see how that goes. For the Lakers, fit will be weird as hell. I don't really know how they gotta do something else. They just can't stand still right here and be like, "Yo, we're fine. They gotta do something else, and we don't know how LeBron feels about it just yet. I think it'd be a little bit difficult for LeBron to say, "Yeah, I want out. I don't want to play with Luka Doncic." But we'll see with that. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents. I would have been a bit insane to not give any reaction to this or hold off to a reaction to this, because this is insane. And again, there's thousands of different ways that you could think of it and look at it, but we'll know more in the coming days, and I'm going to hope that I can react to some more trades this week and more crazy news in the NBA. So hopefully this is not the end. If I have anything else, which normally when I do trade reaction videos or live reaction videos, I do have something else to say, so I'll put that down in the comments below. So let me know what you think of this trade and what trades you want to see at the deadline in the comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and the rest of your week. You stay safe. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, let me know what trades you want to see and what you think about this trade itself. And there's still a lot to be discovered and go over. So we'll get to that when we get to it. So I do appreciate y'all. See you in the next one, because I'm out for now.